He's taking on the big shots and working hard to get you answers. 8 on your sides, Mark Douglas investigates.
Massage Envy back in court over allegations of sexual misconduct by one of its therapists. A Tampa lawyer is suing Massage Envy over these allegations of sexual assault of a client.
It's not the first time he's sued the company for such misconduct. Mark Douglas has been tracking these allegations for years and joins us tonight with the latest. I mean, it would be one thing if this is the first time we ever heard this, but it's not.
No, it's not. And as you folks probably know, Massage Envy runs the biggest massage franchise business in America. And it's also become the biggest target when it comes to sexual assault lawsuits.
This is a second-degree felony.
Massage therapist Cesar Guerrero pleaded guilty back in March to molesting a client at a Massage Envy franchise in Winter Garden.
I've been waiting 997 days from the day I was assaulted.
His sentence, 15 years probation and not 1 day behind bars.
Anything you would want to say to the victim?
Just 2 months later, Winter Garden police arrested another massage therapist for assaulting another woman at the same Massage Envy franchise location.
Lightning doesn't strike twice in one place often. What are the odds of that happening?
Massage Envy fired the second therapist, but Orlando prosecutors later dropped the charge, and he's free to work anywhere else. Tampa lawyer Joseph Alvarez says 2 arrests at the same franchise points to a much bigger problem, and he's suing Massage Envy.
All over again, that's essentially the pattern and practice going on with Massage Envy.
The parent corporation insists client safety at Massage Envy franchises across the nation is a prime concern for the company. Alvarez disagrees.
It's essentially a culture of tolerance, if you will.
We've documented allegations against other Massage Envy therapists years ago in Clearwater and just this year in Sarasota.
On paper, he looks like a monster.
A BuzzFeed investigation last year cited 180 incidents in Massage Envy franchises stretching from Florida to Washington State.
I felt humiliated. I felt used.
Where does it end?
Where does it end? It ends with Massage Envy stepping up and changing the way they conduct their business.
The corporate office of Massage Envy sent us a statement saying that the safety and well-being of clients has been its missions from day one. Now, the company says it has internal policies in place to address client complaints and investigate sexual assaults, but the company does not notify law enforcement when those allegations arise time and again, as we've just told you.
Well, what about these lawsuits that have been filed against Massage Envy? What's the outcome of those?
That's a bit of a mystery. You know, most lawsuits are settled privately, and that's the case here. Attorney Alvarez plans to take his lawsuit to trial. He says that will be out in public, but it's hard to say what happens behind closed doors, either in Massage Envy or in the courthouse.
All right, thank you, Mark. And if you have a problem that you would like Mark to investigate, give him a call. There's the 8 on your side helpline telephone number, 1-800-338-0808.